Hello everyone, welcome to Cheongfuli Weekly Report. Here we bring you the latest China's steel market prices and analysis every week. This week, the market was dominated by trading based on industrial logic. Steel prices weakened during the off-season, with domestic hot-rolled coil spot prices falling by 20 yuan per ton and rebar prices declining by 10 yuan per ton this week. At the macro level, the Federal Reserve's recent expectations for interest rate cuts have diminished, with the possibility of only one rate cut throughout 2025. Domestically, after the reduction in reserve requirement ratios and interest rates, the actual improvement in the consumer sector has been slow to transmit, and steel demand has been little affected by policies. On the industrial side, the weekly output of the 5 major steel products increased by 40,900 tons, driven by the conclusion of recent maintenance. Output of long-process rebar and wire rod increased to varying degrees, while electric arc furnace steel production remained high due to falling electricity costs. On the demand side, demand continued to decline this week, with weekly apparent demand dropping by 92,000 tons. Due to the arrival of the seasonal off-season, weekly rebar demand fell by 130,000 tons. For plate products, the demand for cold-rolled products to replenish inventories continued to slow. The price spread between hot-rolled and cold-rolled products narrowed, and weekly demand for hot-rolled coils fell by 165,700 tons. In terms of inventory, although the overall inventory of the 5 major steel products was reduced, the pace of destocking slowed down as molten iron production began to decrease. It should be noted that the steel demand off-season has now arrived, and the decline in demand is about to accelerate. With the macro sentiment basically fully traded, the logic of subsequent industrial trading will increase. Given the confirmed arrival of the demand off-season, steel prices are destined to further decline. Moreover, as coking coal has recently released substantial profits, steel mills are enjoying good profits and even increasing production during the off-season. Therefore, with further deterioration in demand, steel prices may further decline to squeeze steel mill profits, and at least steel mills should not be allowed to increase production during the off-season. In conclusion, as we gradually enter the steel demand off-season, and after the macro policy trading is fully completed, steel prices will not be able to reverse and may further weaken and decline. For procurement, it is recommended to focus on purchasing only for rigid demand. From the perspective of institutions, although the current spot fundamental is strong, the balance of high supply and high demand is being broken. The seasonal decline in demand and export pressure are becoming a reality. As the market gradually enters the off-season, steel mill profits will gradually decline, with pressure being transmitted to raw materials, which will further seek a bottom. In summary, as demand further declines during the off-season, it is still recommended to focus on replenishing inventory based on rigid demand only. In terms of varieties, billet and coil products are recommended. Okay, feel free to leave your thoughts, questions, or any related inquiries in the comment box below. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to follow us for more updates. See you next week.